Cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change, I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name, I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame, no I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness, I just wanna be greatness, I just wanna be greatness, I just wanna be greatness. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking fight me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself.
Liberty, Freedom, Whiskey Podcast. Two guys unfiltered, unedited, extremely opinionated, drinking whiskey. What could go wrong? Be warned, they don't care about your feelings. Just freedom and liberty, and of course, whiskey.
Welcome, Liberty, Freedom, Whiskey Podcast. I'm Iceman. Got Holstera over there.
I'm Holstera.
Mr. Hurry up.
Well, if I didn't hurry you, you'd never go live.
Oh, no, I would. Don't be. Hey, JoJo. Yes, we are back on Facebook for the time being. Don't jinx us. Shh. I don't know if they know or not.
Share this out. We'll take a second to do that.
Yeah, I was sharing some out during the countdown. We got quite a bit to talk about. Baby food shortages. A lot of Holstera's good buddy right up here. Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe.
Joe Brandon.
Sleepy Joe. We got Jersey up top on shelf up there, and so hey Sarah, you got some special Joe Biden paper towels up there also.
A little breaking news to anybody that hasn't heard it: the death count in that mass shooting in New York is now reached 10 people.
Well, until I've been outside cutting grass because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's a mass shooting currently going on up there. Apparently, it's wild because it's in a place where you're not allowed to own a firearm. So
that's kind of like like in Chicago.
Shipwreck.
in Chicago and all of that stuff have high murder rates and stuff, and it's hard, damn near impossible to own a gun up there.
Oh yeah.
So, go figure.
What the hell? We're losing followers.
What happened?
I don't know. We're down to one, which has to be me.
I don't know where JoJo and Sarah go.
JoJo and Sarah were like, wrong podcast. I don't even have the comment bar. There we go. Well, hello, JoJo. Hello, Sarah. I don't even know where my wife is, and I messaged her.
I don't know.
Anyway.
So,
not going to make the audio listeners suffer.
No, we're not going to do that. I guess I did do quite a bit of videos. See, Sarah still says she's still there.
Hi, Sarah.
So we'll start.
There's JoJo. The numbers are lying to us, y'all.
Yeah. So we will start out with the baby food stuff. If you can see in the background here, there's barely no baby food on the shelf.
You got a video of that?
Holstera drank it all. So we'll start out with some videos, so we don't have to read so much. So I actually got 4 baby food shortage videos. So
Do it, homie.
we'll start out on it.
The issue of formula. We've done 3 things, and I know Jen Psaki spoke to this today. Number 1, we're releasing guidance today to all the states, the possible flexibilities in the WIC program, the Women, Infant, Children program, because they're very sort of strict guidelines that when you walk in, if you have a WIC, you can go in and purchase a certain amount of formula, but you can't purchase more of it. The problem is working with manufacturers.
Does that make any sense, what he just said?
None.
You can purchase formula, but you can't purchase any more of it.
So the flexibility to have formula in stock should not depend on whether you have it packaged exactly what meets the requirement for that
Spit it out.
for people on the WIC program. Secondly, the FDA just issued a statement. We worked on it. I was on the telephone. And by the way, that on the WIC program, when I spoke to Walmart and I spoke to the major distributors for an hour or so, yesterday, the day before, I can't remember, they wanted to have this flexibility because they didn't want to be violating the law. Secondly, the top issue for retailers raised with me. Secondly, the FDA just issued a statement about importation.
Why is your head in the middle of the screen? Nope, that's me.
The FDA has been looking at will be working with manufacturers to facilitate the incorporation of formulas from abroad that, in fact, in places like Europe, where we can get more product on U.S. shelves. That's underway. I think we're going to be in a matter of weeks or less getting significantly more formula on shelves. And the FDA is also going to ensure we can import and still maintain the high safety standards. And the third thing there's more to say about each of these, but the third major thing we're doing is that
He's so stupid.
patient finally.
The bad thing is I know exactly what he's trying to fucking say.
A serious question about where the particular formula they need, because there's very different formulas. Some are very precise.
Why is Dave Chappelle there with him?
They don't get the exact right formula. The impact on the child is extremely negative.
Dave Chappelle will be good.
We have set up a system whereby you can contact
Who's that guy?
HHS,
Proctologist, this guy right here?
Probably. I knew drinking game. Every time Biden says, take a shot.
Formula. It just launched this website to help parents find resources, obtain formulas, including contact with companies, food banks, and health providers.
We'd be having this issue if they let them ship it in from overseas.
He actually just said that. We just don't know what he's saying.
There's nothing more urgent we're working on than that right now, and I think we're going to be making some significant progress.
All right.
Just see his dude's face. You can look. He's just confused.
Dave Chappelle or the guy, the proctologist?
No, his proctologist behind him, talking about the guy they call the president.
Anyway, so what our commander and retard up here above me is talking about, he He's asking for federal oversight to allow the importation of children's formula. As of today, inside of the United States, we were not allowed to import due to the standards of foreign countries not being as high as ours. So, like, for instance, whereas ours has to only have like so many bugs per container, he's talking more about being able to reach out to Europe, which still has a good formula. But if he tries to buy formula from, say, Turkey or Russia, I would suggest no. But that's our standards are a lot higher. That's why we haven't to date.
Thanksgiving.
But he's asking
is that Thanksgiving
for
formula coming from Turkey? Does it get some gravy with it?
No. That's in the stories too. We send them like M4 law rockets and shit.
Yeah. Well, Melissa Anderson says she don't think she would trust overseas formula. Well, I have my about it, but if it would come down from my kids starving or taking a chance, I think I'd probably take the chance.
Whatever happened to a mother whipping a titty out and just?
Well, I mean, some women, some women can't produce enough breast milk to feed their children. Let's go on to the next one.
This morning, after incoming press secretary chuckled when asked who was in charge of fixing the severe baby formula shortage. Listen to this.
This is an urgent issue that the FDA, as you all know, and the White House is working 24/7 to address.
Who's running point on the formula issue at the White House? You mentioned the White House is involved.
At the White House, I don't know. I can find out for you and get you a person who's running point, but I don't have a person in name.
Well, the FDA now says it will allow some baby formula products to be released from the closed Michigan plant on a, quote, case-by-case basis. But the plant says it will still take 10 weeks to get the formula on shelves. So here to react is the former FDA Associate Commissioner, Peter Pitts. Good morning to you, Peter.
Good morning.
Good morning. So is it safe to get products from this plant? Because the plant had to be shut down. Tell us what they found, what you guys found, the FDA found when they went in.
Well, the FDA got a tip-off from consumer complaints. 4 babies were ill from bacteria, 2 died, unfortunately, so it's a real tragedy. But the FDA hasn't been able to...
I'm not going to say no. Hasn't been.
A lot more people died from COVID shots.
Wasn't they just... Fauci did more damage than that, and they kept pushing it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is the party of the people that prefer abortion. So I don't really trust a fucking word they say.
Well, like I said on the phone to you today, I said since they might be losing on some abortion stuff with the Supreme Court, they figure if they can't abort them, they'll just starve all the kids to death.
Right.
So we'll finish up with him.
Find bacteria in the Abbott plant product, but what they did find was absolutely essential to close the plant down. Lacked safety protocols, water on the floor. They were keeping information from the FDA. So whether or not
water
the
on the
product led
floor
to these deaths, that plant needed to be shut down. The FDA has been 24/7 on site since February with Abbott to get this plant back online.
FDA is pretty much a damn joke.
To get these complicated pieces of machinery back online.
They didn't find any bacteria in any of the stuff.
Manuals and do things that are not related to manufacturing. The FDA is going to allow Abbott to go back online for the 3 products of baby formula.
The problem is you got 3 big companies that make baby formula.
You said it's like a game of Jenga. If you pull one piece out, the whole place collapses. We didn't know. I was thinking there were lots of different factories, lots of different companies that produce baby formula, but one factory is closed down and it affects this many families.
Right, well,
why is that?
Well, this factory was shut down because of lack of safety. Had to be shut down full stop. But there could be an earthquake. There could be a storm. There could be a terrorist attack. So what we need to do is recognize that in these various industries that are consolidated, whether it's baby formula or sterile injectables, which is on the drug side of the FDA, there needs to be a strategy about what happens if a major manufacturer goes offline and there isn't. The FDA went in there in February, but what the FDA didn't do was say to parents, there might be some spot shortages here, be aware of that, be prepared, stock up. They waited for parents to go to the market, and all of a sudden the shelves are empty. And when you have a young child, you're already on edge.
Quiet?
That was a mistake. I think they might have said, well, we don't want to cause panic, if they thought about it at all.
All right, so the problem is here. How do we fix it?
What we need to do is to give the FDA more resources to do more robust.
Let's give the FDA more power.
No, when you don't inspect the factory on a routine basis, companies get lax.
Let's give them more power.
Doing things to standard is expensive, but there's no alternative. So when Congress holds these hearings, they need to say
it's sitting right there.
The FDA more money for more robust inspections of these food factories, but also the FDA needs to be empowered to plan for drug shortages in these industries that are consolidated.
We're going to get drug shortages
and
too.
On the drug side.
All right, so who's
that's not a bad thing.
Well, the shortages, Abbott's fault, plain and simple.
If people actually need them.
Out of sync, it was not safe. The FDA had to shut it down. Period. They made the mistake.
What can Congress do?
Congress can, one, I think, name and shame Abbott for not doing the right
Congress
thing, for not
can get
running
the
a safe
fuck
facility.
out the way.
Tell FDA to develop strategic plans for consolidated industries. Give them more money for food plant inspections.
Give people more money.
Faith,
that's what we need to do.
American public.
Okay, Peter.
Give people more money that we don't have.
I just want to know one thing.
What?
When did they make Jada Pinkett Smith the speaker?
I don't think that's her.
G.I. Jane in all her glory.
We got next one. Number 3.
Absolutely have to share with you right now is the craziness of the empty shelves.
Now, this lady here, she's actually a congresswoman. Kate.
Oh, this is the lady that says that she prefers abortion?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
There's one of them.
Movement and the fact that they're sending pallets of baby formula to the border. Meanwhile, in our own district, at home, we cannot find baby formula. This is a picture from a Target. Oh, it's upside down. Sorry. Okay. We literally are struggling to find baby formula around the country. Moms are struggling going from store to store to store, and then the stores are actually capping the amount of baby formula that they will sell them. And this got sent to me by a Border Patrol agent this morning and said, this is disgusting. You will not believe this. They're receiving pallets and more pallets of baby formula.
So they're in a shortage.
This was taken at
they're sending all the shit to the border.
Processing facility where thousands are being housed
illegal,
and processed and then released
aliens
subsequently
coming into the country
United
illegally.
States. So
their kids are fed well.
This is what America Last looks like. This is 100% what it looks like. And in response, Congress, we actually, before I even got these photos, we were working with
that's it. Which I'm staying calm.
That should piss you off.
Pisses me the hell off. It should piss everybody off that they're more worried about people that are breaking the fucking law, trying to sneak into this country illegally, making sure their kids are fed before American citizen children are fed.
Right.
That pisses me the fuck off. Personally, I like how the Remain in Mexico thing when Trump was here. Make their asses sit over there. Make them sit. Send their asses back. If you want to come to this country, come here legally.
Right.
Come here legally. That's all I'm saying. Just come legally. I mean, immigration's great. Legal. None of these motherfuckers are legal whatsoever.
Every time I come, it's legal.
Yeah. This ought to piss everybody off right here.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going.
Especially if you got somebody in your family that's got a baby, and you know damn well that your relative is running around trying to find formula at any given store. Just know there is home resume before formula even existed, they used to make this stuff at home. You can still go out and do that yourself. There's some guides online to help you get you through these times.
Or you can just take a trip to Mexico and then sneak back in across the border, and you get all the free baby formula you need sitting there.
That is also true. Maybe you'll get a check for like $480,000.
And wow, there you have it. That is a rather substantial fire.
This woman, Elise Stefanik, and she tweeted something I will read to you, but several other Republican politicians have also gone along this line. She says, Joe Biden continues to put America last by shipping pallets of baby formula to the southern border as American families face empty shelves. She says this is unacceptable. Do you have a response to that?
There's something called the Flores Statement Settlement, which she may or may not be aware of. That's been in place since 1997. It requires adequate food and elsewhere specifies age appropriateness, hence formula for kids under the age of 1. CBP is following the law, that has been in place and been followed, by the way, by the past every administration since 1997.
We didn't have baby food shortages with the other
in the United
administrations.
States for a quarter century.
So,
it's been followed by every administration.
More excuses.
But I would also note that we also think it's morally the right thing to do.
Morally, it's morally. Let's feed the illegals and not the American people.
But we believe that when children and babies, or babies I should say, are crossing the border with a family member, that provides
illegally
formula.
Illegally.
So she's saying that we should feel a moral obligation to feed these children because they were dragged across our border.
There must be some fucking law that we're supposed to. But you know what? When the American people are facing a shortage, I'm about to go straight up on PC. Fuck them motherfuckers over there crossing the border illegally.
Well, it's like us sending $45 billion over there to fucking Ukraine, but at the exact same damn time, all it would take is $1 billion to house every single homeless veteran in America. That is fucking sick.
Oh, yeah. Yep. We they too worried about everybody else. I think it's the last one here.
See evacuations tonight with a massive fire burning at a fertilizer plant in North Carolina. Thousands forced from their homes.
Congresswoman Elise Stefanik and
that's what I just did. That might be all of them. That's all of them on this one for right now. My bad. Because you know whose fault all of this is right here?
Yours?
No.
Biden.
His fault. Right there. Blame that man. And all these I hope all these motherfuckers that voted for him are happy.
The Trump, blame Biden. I did that. But anyway.
I also got an Easter egg in there. You gotta find it. All right. Baby food shortage. It's a big fuck fest.
I already see Freebird.
So, you know what it's supposed to say? You're supposed to let the people find it. You just totally just fuck shit up. Stop it.
No, they're on a screen that's like this big. I've got a 40-inch flat screen in front of me.
You're cheating.
Yeah.
All right. The next one is I got videos for that too.
But before you do it, so in case you guys haven't noticed, everybody keeps talking food shortage. Blame it on the diesel. Blame it on the war in Ukraine. Blame it on Russia. Blame it on everybody else besides Biden.
Blame it on Trump.
And
blame it on the pandemic.
The one thing, there's really no media sources that are discussing the how weird it is. So to date, in the past 30 days, we have lost 12 food processing plants inside of the United States. We're not talking about, like the other guy talked about, a storm, an earthquake, a terrorist attack. These buildings have spontaneously all burned to the fucking ground. 12 in the past 30 days. I don't know about you guys, but I stopped believing in coincidences a long time ago. There's something going on. So yeah, if you ain't prepared yet, let this be the proof you need to start. Go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, we're going to watch it. Oh, I think I got 5 of them. And there was plenty more. I just want to just go with it.
Are heading out to Georgia right now for a breaking news story that we first brought to you last night when everything unfolded. And unfortunately, as we got more details, we're learning this morning officials saying that there were no survivors aboard a small plane that crashed into the General Mills plant in Covington, Georgia. So this is just some of the video of that scene when this first happened early yesterday evening. But we do want to head out live to the scene right now. That's where Fox 5 Atlanta's Mark
random
is joining us.
Plane crashes into the food plant.
To report on this morning. What can you tell us?
Yeah, it certainly is. We are waiting for the FAA and the NTSB to show up here at the crash site as they try to work to determine exactly what caused this plane to go down in the first place. The crash set off explosions and sent thick smoke into the air.
Dude, it's a plane.
The twin-engine Cessna went down Thursday evening, killing both people on board. The plane slammed into some trailers on the property of the General Mills cereal plant just a couple hundred feet away from the Covington airport.
There was engine trouble. Suddenly the plane veered to the right and immediately came straight down.
Roger Boyd saw the plane crash as he was driving down the road.
Maybe 40, 50 yards up in the air. It wasn't high at all. It was just above the tree line.
Boyd pulled into the plant to see if he could help. He tells us both the plane and the trailers it hit were engulfed in flames.
Fire started almost immediately.
Covington police say they've recovered one body from the crash site. The other remains in the wreckage. The victims' names haven't been released. Luckily, no one on the ground was hurt.
Saw what we believe was a wing and possibly a part of an engine, but it's, you know, again, it's a lot of charred metal back there.
Well, as we said, they have not released the names of the folks who died in this crash. In fact, they weren't even sure who they were as of the overnight hours. Don't know if they were local here from the Covington area or maybe from out of town. Obviously, that is something that the NTSB and the FAA will be trying to work out.
Yeah, certainly, Mark. And an additional question for you.
That's weird.
You know, at what point of the journey were these people on? Do we know if the plane was taking off or was it landing?
Oh, it landed.
Well, at this point, we're not 100% sure. We were initially told by the Covington Police Department that the plane was taking off, and that's when it failed and crashed. But according to information and data from FlightAware, it appears that it might have been landing. So we're still trying to work that out. Obviously, the
yeah. Let me explain something. There is this big government agency that's kind of an asshole, and they're called the FAA. And if an airplane goes up, you're required to have your beacon on and everything like that. They know who you are. From the President of the United States to the guy that builds his own backyard aircraft. Okay? You got a tail number, which every aircraft does, as long as it's, you know, 2 people or more. Yeah, they know. So the question is, why is this not coming out? The FAA didn't need to investigate to figure that out that quick.
Well, it's just strange that it just randomly hits the food plant.
Is cereal, yeah.
Don't forget gun safety classes in school. I had gun safety in school when I was growing up.
Yeah, I did too. Hell, we even had a range at school.
So, I grew up in the country. That's not the next video.
Hey, Roy.
Read to, but several other Republican
Umatilla County fire crews have braved more than a day of sub-freezing temperatures, battling flames at the Shears food plant south of Hermiston.
Shaken up about it.
Corey Harris has been a warehouse worker at the plant for 16 years.
We like a big family.
And this loss has a big impact.
Shears changed a lot in people's lives. Gave them jobs, gave them opportunities to grow.
It's a big shock.
Byron Smith is Hermiston city manager. The city is providing space for company leaders to connect with employees and try to figure out what's next.
How critical is it to get this company to stay here?
1 in 30 jobs in the Hermiston zip code is attributed to Shears Foods.
From above, Tuesday, flames and smoke billowed into the air, and snapshots from Umatilla County crews showed the dangerous challenge they faced. They believe a boiler powered by natural gas exploded, igniting the fire and destroying the warehouse. At least 6 people went to the hospital and are now released.
I'm so sorry that you and your coworkers are going through that. I know it's a really tumultuous and scary time.
Like really getting teary-eyed because of what happened. It's just so sad seeing that happen.
Fire has calmed down a lot.
As flames subdue, the city now waits for the company's next move.
We have a team on the ground out here to assess the damage, to see what if any of the plant can be salvaged.
And as brave fire crews put out hotspots Wednesday, another photo showed soaked and charred packages of snack foods produced at the plant strewn on the ground. And workers dedicated to this job, like Corey Harris, wonder,
where do we turn? Where do we go?
Galen Etlin, KGW News.
So that's 2 right there.
You can start cleaning the shit up. That'll be a full-time job.
That's 2. That's burnt.
Just to our south, this is in Salinas, a huge fire at a food processing plant. This is for Taylor Farms. And right now there are concerns about a huge plume of ammonia coming from this area. And they have an evacuation in the immediate area as well as a shelter in place all the way out to Highway 68. Now emergency authorities are warning us that they could end up closing down parts of 101 in Salinas. Again, this is in Monterey County. This food processing plant went up late last night, and it's just grown. It looks like it is a total loss right now. We've seen several roofs collapsing. This was in a cold storage processing plant where apparently a welding project sparked a fire in a wall, and that eventually spread to the attic of this huge facility. No people or produce were inside the plant, which was actually closed for the season. It was set to reopen on Monday. So we are going to keep an eye on all.
No people. Who the fuck is welding then?
So they want another one burn up. It's kind of, you see the pattern
happening right now in Piscataway, Middlesex County, and wow, there you have it. That is a rather substantial fire. It's happening in what looks like a factory. Let's get more details from Shannon Sonnen, Newscopter 7. Shannon.
There goes all the cherry Pepsi.
At the PepsiCo facility here on New Brunswick Avenue at Lakeview Avenue. Now, initial reports are just starting to come in that there may be propane tanks that exploded here, but you
it's being fed well.
Started this fire. It
exactly,
looks like
JoJo. That's what we were saying. It's kind of strange. All this
and it has
been going on for about total of about 6 months. There's been just a crap load of it.
But what we really want to do here is bring this picture out because this fire started less than 20 minutes ago, and we were as far as 30 miles away, and you can see the smoke and even the flames into the air. You can see here off of Lakeview Avenue that the fire department is just starting to respond to this. They don't even have any water on it yet. So a massive
evacuations tonight with a massive fire burning at a fertilizer plant in North Carolina. Thousands forced from their homes. Firefighters pulling back.
Fertilizer to grow food, don't you? Now we got a fertilizer shortage going on.
They want this fire to burn itself out, but they also want it to burn at a certain temperature to avoid any blast. Victor Akendo on the scene in North Carolina.
Yeah, 'cause people forget fertilizer is explosive.
Thousands of evacuees are wondering when they'll be able to return home. The fire at this Winston-Salem.
So we don't have to watch the whole thing. It's just about the fire. As you can see, that was just five videos that
And what we are not trying to imply anything.
Nope.
We're just trying to inform you. I know what I personally believe, and that is what it is. But when you have 12 plants in a very short time go up in flames, that should ring an alarm bell.
Is it? I don't know if it's employees or just plants or somebody trying to. Or were they trying to make a food shortage happen or something?
Well, that's the thing, and then the government has to step in and help.
I don't know. It's just weird. It's just real weird that you got this many food processing places that are just burning down.
What's the next thing you wanted to talk about?
I don't have none about the ship. If you just want to mention about the ships.
Okay, so basically, it's not being covered on any source. So if you want, what you would have to do is you go to Wikipedia and you just basically look up list of shipwrecks in 2022. And obviously you're going to have battleships and stuff because we're in the middle. Well, we're not, but you got the war over there with Russia and Ukraine. And it breaks down every ship. But you have so many cargo ships and oil tankers sinking in the past 2 months. Now, it was a trickle in for January and February. That was a normal for, par for the course. But in, March, April, May, you started to see, 2, 3, 4 container ships going missing a month. And that's a lot of resources. I mean, you're talking all that oil. You're talking about goods that you would buy at, say, Walmart or Home Depot, or hell, they even had one go down that was filled with cars that was coming over here. It completely sank. It's just something that I've been noticing because it pops up and it just nobody talks about it. And I wanted to look into the actual hard numbers, and you're talking, whereas you usually lose 3 or 4 ships a year that are cargo ships, we've lost 6, 7 of them in 3 months. Once again, I'm not trying to force anything on you. Please feel free to do your own research. It's just that, coupled with the fact of all the food processing centers burning down, we're in for a hell of a shortage, guys. We're gonna. There's another story we're going to talk about where we're buckling down again on oil, shutting down some leases, and now oil tankers are sinking. Goods and supplies are dwindling. So, if you ain't prepared, get ready for it.
Yeah, because
I don't know what's coming, but it ain't going to be fun.
Our dictator-in-chief, Sleepy Joe, or the sniffer, JoJo won't know, but everybody that's in the United States right now, the gas prices went down a little bit because they released some oil from our strategic oil reserves, which they shouldn't have done anyway because it's for emergency use, not because of a homemade problem that he made. But now they are going back up.
What?
And he's saying, and Biden's saying, oh, we got all this leases and this stuff. But yeah, the Biden administration has canceled one of the most high-profile oil and gas lease opportunities pending before the Interior Department. The decision, which halts the potential to drill for oil in over 1 million acres in the Cook Inlet in Alaska, comes at a challenging political moment when gas prices are hitting painful new highs. I don't know what it is. I know diesel out here is like over $5 a gallon.
Oh, yeah, $6.
Gas is at like back at about $4.10 a gallon.
I just spent $4.50 on regular on the way in.
I know to fill my motorcycle up, which we just run super unleaded in it. To fill a motorcycle up, it's like right at $30, which is just plumb. I remember we used to fill them up,
$5
for like $10 and shit like that. And it says, in a statement shared first with CBS News, the Department of Interior cited a lack of industry interest in leasing in the area. I don't believe that.
Not a damn bit.
For the decision to not move forward with the Cook Inlet lease sale. They don't realize you just can't go out and put an oil rig in there and just drill and get oil. They have to go out and do research and look at it. It's a process. The department also halted 2 leases under consideration in the Gulf of Mexico region because of conflicting court rulings that impacted work on these proposed lease sites. So, Gulf of Mexico, which is a big oil producing area.
You think?
The Alaska, big oil producing area, and they done halted both of them. But it's Trump's fault and Putin's fault and COVID's fault. It's everybody's fault. Let's not forget that the first fucking thing that this dumb bastard did when he took office was shut down the fucking pipeline. Shut down the Keystone Pipeline. It would be done and completed today and working and operational. We would probably be paying $2 or less a gallon of gas. But
we already were, yeah.
He shut it down.
I have a metaphor to hit you with, Iceman. So, how stupid would a human being have to do? Okay, now you could use this towards this analogy. So, you shut off the spigot for water to your house, and that's your only source of water. And you shut it off. And you basically die of thirst because you don't want to open that spigot. That person would have to be the world's biggest fucking idiot.
Big fucking moron.
Right. Well, all he has to do to ease all of America's pain and suffering and to bring back our stores, make Walmart great again, either way, is sit there and open the damn spigot and let America...
I think they said they could finish the pipeline within 6 months.
Well, that's the thing, is they essentially have block-offs and big shut-off valves. So it was still distributing oil.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't going all the way to the end of the pipe yet.
Well, the Alaskan senator, who's a Republican, released a statement on Friday basically saying the administration's a bunch of fucking liars and that there were that there was plenty of interest in that lease. Said Cook Inlet is a sole source of natural gas that more than 400,000 people in South Central Alaska and significant military bases that are critical to our security depend on. So making Alaska a little weaker, so it's easier for Russia to come rolling up in there.
Good luck.
Because Russia's not that far from Alaska.
Alaska's got some badass military members that hang out up there. Yeah, that's special. And I can actually tell you that the Alaskan gentleman is not wrong. Some people know I'm dealing with the energy sector, and the people that came out actually asked me if I had a natural gas resource. And I told them no, and they said, well, I was going to tell you we should go over it with solar panels anyway, because since the new administration, the amount of money you make off of natural gas is pennies compared to solar energy.
Yeah, but the Democratic Party's chopping their own fucking dicks off right now.
But right before an election.
They're chopping their dicks off. It says,
how many times in the past have you ever seen, usually right around election season, the Democrats start to lighten up. They start to do things to help people.
Maybe he's doubling down. He's doubling. Well, he's not doubling down. Whoever's running, whoever's telling him what to do is doubling down. I think it's Obama. He's just keeping his promises he made to halt global warming.
He's halted everything.
Well, I went and bought a new lawnmower today. Okay, me and you had talked about that. Well, Home Depot, everybody must have got a shipment in or something, and me and Bam went over there, and Home Depot had these lawnmowers. I got out. It's like the little snapper ones. I was just gonna get one of them. It's cheaper, not fancy. I said, "Oh, well, Home Depot's got some." We got out and looked at it. They were like $1,700 or something like that.
Cub Cadet's only 18.
And no, not around here. The only Cub Cadets you can find around here start at like $2,200.
Jesus.
But anyway, this was a Cub Cadet, but it's like the little snapper ones, you know.
This is the one with the steering wheel goes straight up and down, like the old turtle one.
Yeah. I ended up buying one like that, but it's gas. But this other one at Home Depot was is electric.
The Ryobi?
No, it was a Cub Cadet, but it was electric. And I was looking at it, and I was like, well. But you could only cut grass for 1 hour. And you're basically going to run it. It says you can cut 1 hour.
I like that.
And then it takes you 4 hours to charge that motherfucker up. And I'm like, I got like 5 acres altogether. Like 4 of it needs to be cut. But
you would have to mow that shit every 2 weeks.
I would. Well, it would take me. Well, I found a gas one. I ended up buying a gas one. It was $1,500 at Stein, so I bought that one. Takes me a little longer. It's not a big zero turn, with 52, 60-inch cuts, 30-inch cuts. It'd take me a little longer, but it's gas. And we figured out if I would have bought that electric one, I would have got maybe one side of my front yard cut today. Then it would have took me 4 hours to charge it, enough to cut the other side and maybe partial of my little backyard behind the house.
Hear me out. So an extension cord.
It would have took me, basically, I'd have had to cut grass 7 days a week. And by the time I finished, I'd have to start back over. Because I can only cut grass an hour at a time. And it takes 4 freaking hours to charge it up.
I want to discuss the elephant in the room that you're not telling anybody. Did you see the price tag on it?
Yeah, they had. I don't know why, because the website said they were supposed to be like $3,000 something, and they had it down at like $1,700.
I would buy one right now for $1,700 because I'm staring at the price tag of $4,599 for one.
Yeah,
Jesus.
They had a shitload of them. $1,700.
Yeah, the little turtle one like you got that was electric. That is $31.99.
Yeah, they had them for $1,700.
Worth it.
It's electric. It would take me a week, and I would have to start right back over.
I have a small residential home.
That's what I said. Subdivision. If you live in a subdivision and you got a small yard, I think it would probably be great. You never have to. This thing has no belts. It has no gas, no oil, no nothing. You plug it in. So you don't have to worry about, any of that shit. But the problem is my yard's too big for that. My yard's way too big. Like I said, I would have to cut grass 7 days a week. And by the time I finish, I have to start right back over. So, but if you're in a subdivision, it says you can cut for 1 hour or like 1 acre. And I guess it depends on how fast you're going or whatever. But 1 hour, I would have got half my front yard cut. And I'd have to wait 4 hours before I could cut any more grass. So I got a gas one, but no, but this motherfucker with his global warming shit, yeah, or climate change, whatever the fuck they want to call it.
Yeah,
of course, they coming out with all of that. I'm not sure how fast it would. Yeah, Jerry says, and your power bill goes up. Yeah, you're right. Then, and how fast does it go? I don't know.
They can haul ass.
I'm sure the faster you go, the faster that battery drains on it.
That is also true.
But so I have a gas one.
Yeah, but I remember I got my Cub Cadet. I took it up to the farm, but I could mow my entire yard in 13 seconds. I timed it.
Well, I can't do that. The next one, if you just want to mention it too, I mean, you don't have to go read the whole entire thing about the Title 42 coming to an end.
All right, so I'll just read a little bit of it. Biden administration ending Title 42 is reckless. No, Biden admin ending Title 42 is reckless, inconsistent with federal law, Arizona AG says. Commercial. Anyway. Mark Bravich, I'm very proud to lead this effort. Our lawyers will be arguing in front of them. I learned a long time ago not to predict what a judge will do, but the fact that he was willing to issue a temporary restraining order and tell Biden administration to stop and pump the brakes is a good sign, and he's inclined to rule in our favor. As I said, you can't guarantee anything, but we're doing everything we can to personally argue in federal court today that the Biden administration is not only reckless, but is inconsistent with federal law, and therefore Title 42 remain in place. Otherwise, we are setting the southwest border up for the greatest invasion since the Alamo. Basically, Title 42 is pretty much the only reason why Border and Patrol's even there right now, keeping these individuals outside of the United States or stationary inside of these camps. Basically, if Title 42 goes away, they're free. There will be no stopping these people. And they'll be free to walk into the United States, whereas right now, at least some of them are being captured and ran. But, yeah. And now that's going to be in what, August?
I think so. It's coming up.
Yeah, they need to renew that shit. Then again, who am I?
Well, next one, we're on a Biden tirade today.
Well, he's doing so great, though.
Yeah, Biden administration asked Congress to approve new weapons deal with Turkey. Yeah. I guess their role in Ukraine conflict has helped repair frayed ties with Washington and could set the stage for sale of F-16 fighter jets.
I thought turkeys can fly a short distance.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The Biden administration has asked congressional leaders to approve the sale of advanced weapons and other equipment for Turkey's fleet of F-16 jet fighters. U.S. officials said setting up a showdown with lawmakers over a proposal to sell more of the aircraft to Ankara as it seeks to recalibrate ties with Washington. The proposed weapon sale, which was sent to congressional leaders last month, highlights how Turkey is hoping to leverage its role as a facilitator of the Russian-Ukraine peace talks and is backing of the Ukrainian military as a way to repair frayed relationship with Washington and obtain new weapons. And why did my story go away? Basically, hey Beth, they want to sell weapons to Turkey so Turkey can then in turn turn around and sell them to Ukraine. Biden, I believe, my opinion only, wants to be at war with Russia so fucking bad. He wants it so bad,
and that's crazy because right now, I mean, Putin's there's some weird shit coming out of the Kremlin and Russia about Putin having Parkinson's and possible cancer and having to get surgery and shit. Don't push that man any further than you already have.
Yeah.
He's already finger on the trigger. If he thinks he's about to die anyway, what the hell's going to stop him?
So my thing is like I said on PC again, but as I feel sorry for the Ukrainian people with them being invaded by Russia.
They started it.
It's not our problem. We don't send too much money and everything else over there. It's not our problem. We are not the world police.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion. Like I said, people, you don't have to like it. You like it, not like it. I don't care. But we shouldn't have. We've given them more help than I believe anybody else has, probably, except.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think we should just be out of it. Turkey is delicious, though. I do like turkey.
I like turkey.
I'm looking
for the ham country.
I wonder if Turkish women taste better, plain or with gravy.
Well, with honey glazed ham.
Honey glazed?
Yeah, honey. Don't fuck with me. I'll start calling you out on yours. I did the honey glazed ham, honey mustard. Look, I've been busy today. And then moving on. Yeah, I didn't realize I sent you all these Biden stories. Then again, he's batting 1,000 this week. So currently, we're already facing an education crisis in the United States, and Biden admin seeks to restrict charter schools now. This is what public policy looks like when a major political party plays kissy face with a public sector union.
Well, listen to this. This is what he said when he was running to be president before he was president.
And so the point is, if I'm president, Betsy DeVos's whole notion from charter schools to this are gone. And so the point is, if I'm president, Betsy DeVos's whole notion from charter schools to this are gone.
I mean, he said it. He said it before he was ever elected president, so it should be no shock.
The guy also told people that if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Yeah, you can't take him fucking seriously.
Oh, I must not be black.
I didn't vote for Trump. Where the hell's the story? Regardless, so he's pushing for kids to go back to normal schools and to take away charter schools, which is going to make millions of American children suffer at the hands of ill-educated educators that are only around to indoctrinate your children underneath the union guidelines. So, yeah, I'm not even surprised. But, yeah, they're pulling $440 million from charter schools and throwing that towards the public sector.
Yeah, because they're doing such a good job in the public sector.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
And the next story is Joe Biden again. And because he's just, Joey B's just awesome.
The evacuations tonight
Not
with a massive
this. I just
fire
got to
burning
pull
a
up the right
fertilizer
one.
plant in North Carolina. Thousands forced from their homes, firefighters pulling back as
Here we
well,
go.
amid concerns.
Internet is not a luxury any longer. It's a necessity.
Internet.
That's why the bipartisan infrastructure law included $65 billion to make sure we expand access to broadband internet in every region of the country, urban, suburban, and rural.
Is that Jada Smith?
No, because either that woman has some very firm breasts or a great fucking push-up bra on. Cause look at that cleavage she's sporting right there.
Probably got breast. I think Biden probably paid for them.
And I sniff your titties.
Well, fuck, you can't sniff her hair.
No, can't. Oh, yeah, but listen, they want to take billions of dollars to give people free internet, but not us. I'm going to have to pay for my shit.
No, this is only low-income people.
Every household in America get connected. By expanding access, it's only part of the challenge, though, as referenced by the Vice President.
Spit it out.
It's about affordability as well. And today, too many families simply can't afford to get connected, even if there's access to get connected. So they go without high-speed internet, or they sacrifice other necessities in order to make it work. That's why November.
Condoms. They sacrifice a condom. That's why they're having all these babies they can't pay for either.
Affordable Connectivity Program. I refuse to call it the ACP. I am so tired of acronyms.
He is not funny.
Why the hell is ACP sat for there?
But I'm going to have to learn. Here's how it works. Your household income is twice the federal poverty level or less. That's about $55,000 per year for a family of four, or $27,000 for an individual. Or a member of the household is on Medicaid, or supplemental security income, or a number of other programs. You're eligible for
Yeah, you're right. There's way bigger problems than internet.
Nearly 40% of the households in America qualify. And if you qualify, you're going to get a $30 credit per month toward your internet bill, which most folks will mean they get on for nothing. Look, zero. Let me explain. In the past, $30 a month meant you had to settle for a slow internet service unless you wanted to pay a heck of a lot more out of pocket.
How much you pay for that crappy internet you got?
Well, mine's been doing much better. Mine, I pay like $90 a month. I mean, it's not that bad, really, if you think about it. I mean, I already got free Obama phones and shit.
Oh, you got an Obama phone?
No, I don't qualify for that. You do my taxes. Come on.
Lower prices for high-speed internet for tens of millions of households. So now families who are eligible can select a plan from a participating provider and receive high-speed internet at no cost in most cases.
No cost.
These include providers like AT&T. Is AT&T here? Thank you, man. AT&T, Comcast. Right. Stand up, man. Let me see you.
Stand up, man. Let me see you.
Comcast, one of the biggest dictators in the internet world.
Let me sniff your hairy armpits.
You're not doing anything, Joe. The government's paying them.
It's fucking.
They're not giving it to the people for free. The government is going to subsidize it.
Yeah, nothing's free. Nothing's free. Taxpayers. The people that are listening here and stuff like that. That's who's paying for it.
JoJo's the lucky one. She don't have to pay a damn dollar.
But yeah, it's bullshit. They get, let's say we got food stamps or whatever they call it. They got this, they got that, and they got
financial assistance. You got housing assistance.
Stop.
Yo, it's these people that live in these housing assistance houses. These houses sometimes are bigger than mine. Those things are nice.
Well, I'm just saying though, but everybody, you belong to the government.
By the way, that high-speed thing cost American citizens $45 billion with a B. B as in Bravo.
But the people that are getting the shit ain't paying taxes.
Nope. And I don't know why you just think to AT&T. AT&T is about to collect $45 billion.
Yeah, and all these, it ain't like they're just saying, oh yeah, we'll just give it to all these people for free.
Did you get anything on the next one?
No, that's my last video for the evening, people. Y'all just are stuck with us now.
So, get this. Not only are we giving everybody a break on their bill, but the Biden administration is now capping the cost of internet for low-income Americans. So, in other words, he can actually set the set price of the internet. So, when he tells them, you're not allowed to charge them more than $30, well, then 48 million Americans will qualify for high-speed internet service, and it is no longer a luxury. It's a necessity. First off, the internet is not a necessity, y'all.
Nope.
Water, food, a roof over your head. Those are necessities. Cell phones. And look, I've always said that if an EMP detonated mid-atmosphere over the United States, instantly, half the population is just going to eat each other.
That's that Generation Z or whatever they are now.
Oh, yeah, they're done. They're not going to know what to do, how to go out in the woods. I mean, even if you were a city child and, 20, 30, 40 years ago, you still went out and played outside. You did things outdoors. These new kids, almost from the time they're born, are playing with electronic devices inside on a couch, getting fat. I mean, look, I'm a big guy, but at the same time, I know damn well I'm storing it up. That way, if I need it, I can use it.
Well, I just say if the food crisis keeps up, we'll just start eating all the vegans and vegetarians.
Absolutely.
Because that's all cows eat, right? Is grass and shit.
Well, they don't eat shit, but yes,
chickens eat shit.
But shit.
Chickens will eat meat, though. But I'm just saying.
Chickens, yeah, they're carnivores.
Cows, all they eat is grass and stuff. So that's like, so all these people that are vegetarians.
Yeah. So which one do you want to talk about? Our new immigrant problem?
The next one I got here is Apple. Apple.
Fuck. Okay, he's going off script, y'all.
No, I sent it separately. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here it is. It's Apple. It says, "What a shame. A generation mourns as Apple announces it's going to be discontinuing a beloved device. I'm sorry.
It is the iTouch kids.
No. We'd have to get rid of the president then. The glory days of the early 2000s were elite for millennials. It was the age of updating your top 8 friends on your MySpace profile, which MySpace was way better than Facebook. I'm going to tell you that. I liked it. Messaging your friends in crushes on AIM and figuring out ways to download songs off of LimeWire and Kazoo. Only to get viruses out of your ass on LimeWire. Only to sync them to your iTunes library where you could transfer them for portable listening onto your device by Apple. It was called an iPod. Today, Apple broke the hearts of many and made many feel very old by announcing it would be sunsetting the production of iPods. The iPod, which first debuted over 20 years ago in 2001. See, now I really feel old because 2001, I mean, I still remember the 80s. Okay?
I remember the cassettes. Like, that was the only thing you get, and you had to replace the damn batteries like every 6 hours.
It was the first kind of its MP3 player that raised the brows of many with its original brow-raising 1,000 songs in your pocket tagline. But it's going away. They're not going to be making no more iPods, and so.
Well, they make tampons now. You know, they make iPads.
I'm just saying. I'm sure you'll be able to get them for a little while, and but it's going away, just like all that other stuff, like MySpace and.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought they went away in 2000s.
No. You can still get them. I mean, you can buy them for like $10 on fucking Amazon now. I mean, they're cheap. So if you want an iPod, you better go buy it now.
Well, I wouldn't go buy it at all because one thing Apple's good about is once they stop caring about something, they just it don't work no more.
Well, you download you can put the music on the card in the iPod, so it's not like you got to have a streaming service for it to work.
I never owned an iPod.
So I'm just saying.
That was for wealthy people.
If you want an iPod, people, you better go order you one up. Get you some of that history. I'll see you on MySpace later.
Hell yeah. Are we going to talk about...
Committee passes a bill?
Yep. I didn't know that little monkey sitting there eating a banana was kind of a cute thing.
Well, I add that in there since we haven't talked about any alcohol or whiskey yet.
I would like some. Anyway, committee passes a bill to block social media from censoring users. Good luck. Facebook. That's what they should have called it. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg testifying before a combined Senate Judiciary and Commerce Committee. An Ohio House committee passes legislation Tuesday prohibiting social media companies like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube from censoring their users. Well, tough shit, because I'm censored every Tuesday.
They're still censoring us.
Right. The legislation would block the companies from removing posts or expelling people from their platform based on the viewpoint of users or ideas expressed in their post. It would apply to speech already illegal under federal law, like harassment or inciting violence. Yeah, not tonight. Anyway, passage comes as some of the large social media networks grapple with trends like Elon Musk buying them all up. No, I'm just kidding. It's not in there. Widespread undermining among Republicans of the 2020 U.S. presidential election, resulting the proliferation of bunk health advice around the COVID-19 pandemic and wholesale denial of the Holocaust. That shit pisses me off. I thought that was fake. There's people that think that 9/11, those buildings never came down, and the Holocaust never happened. I wanted to slap the shit out of that kid.
Where do they think the buildings are?
No, they thought that it was like a movie, like it never actually happened.
Yes, but where do they think the buildings went? They were there, now they're gone.
No, they just think it was all made up, like a Die Hard movie.
Kind of like the moon landing?
Yeah, like that, because the Earth's flat.
And the
so you
Earth's
can't
being
take
flat?
off.
Yeah. You can't, yeah. It's just like a...
Ooh, I like it, though. The House Bill 441 would allow private citizens to sue social media companies and win judgments if their views are censored. This includes blocking, banning, demonetizing, deplatforming, removing, denial, equal access, or visibility to, otherwise discriminating against the user. Damn, that's happened to us like 90 times the past month.
Yeah, getting shadow banned and shit.
Yep. Yeah, they're all going to shut down.
They're going to shut that bill down quick. It's just not going to happen. I'm drinking my Old Smoky Salty Watermelon.
Did you say you ain't never had the peach?
No, I haven't had the peach.
Which one did you say you could only get from the factory?
Root beer and I think it's a strawberry lemonade.
Nope, they had strawberry lemonade at the store I went to today, but I didn't see no root beer.
Well, root beer is definitely, I know you can only get it from the factory.
Where is that? Up in Tennessee?
Tennessee.
I'm going to make a road trip after you go to that thing in Mississippi.
That's not even close.
just detour.
It's long. It's hours and hours away.
I'll bring a trailer.
It's hours away. Anyway, this last one,
it's not the last one.
The last story?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Which one? Are you going to talk about the monkey? Or are you going to talk about the Biden's Ministry of Truth?
We talked about that last week.
I don't know.
We did. That's why I skipped over. I was like, we already talked about that one.
I must not have been paying attention.
You probably wasn't.
You
were sending me little cow faces with you mooing in the background.
Yeah. I got an iPhone now, so I could send him little cows and stuff. See,
if they can't see it, just
what do you mean they can't see it?
It's green screened out. If y'all didn't know this, spider monkeys are some alcoholic little fuckers. Okay,
I like spider. I want a spider monkey.
Spider monkeys seek out fruit that has been fermented already. Researched into human finds research into human love of drinking. I don't know. Anyway, cute little spider monkey eating a piece of watermelon on the picture.
So wait, if you eat rotten fruit,
well, certain fruits ferment. What do you think they make wine and shit out of?
I know you can't make moonshine out of oranges,
but you can make. I've made wine out of lemons and all kind of stuff.
Oh, you were supposed to teach me how to make that when I was up there. Yeah, we were kind of busy.
I don't know why it is not pulling up the entire story. It wants me to pay them $6 to continue reading this story.
No.
That's and to pay for 6 months. It's not going to happen. So I'm not paying $6. But anyway, spider monkeys seem to like to look for the fermented rotten fruit because they like to get a little toasted. I know if you put out some fermented fruit and the squirrels eat it and stuff, the squirrels will get fucked up and fall over. There's videos on, I think, YouTube, on ScrewTube for that, and they're quite funny.
The OC one, it's even worse.
So, but spider monkeys, they like to partake into alcoholic beverages. It's delicious.
I get it. I
said, I'm drinking my watermelon. I'm going to be getting some more as soon as we get off of here.
I'm sitting here drinking my water.
You were drinking Coke earlier.
I don't drink Coke.
What was that in the can you had?
I'm too woke for Coke. I drink Dr. Pepper.
Who makes that?
Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's the only one that manufactures their own.
You sure?
I could check it out. Yeah, Dr. Pepper and 7-Up Incorporated. Dr. Pepper and 7-Up is the same company.
JoJo says she can buy Elijah Craig's small batch from Dan Murphy's for $85 for 7.
Holy shit!
That's like way more than what we pay for.
That's double what we spend.
Yeah, that's pretty expensive over there. Of course, they pay what? Didn't she tell us that's like outrageous price on cigarettes out there? Too?
Yeah.
Remember we had that discussion?
Yeah, that's what I said. If I ever go over there, I'll be bringing my own shit.
Oh, JoJo, by the way, like I said, I'm glad I didn't mail your stuff out because I actually found something at the store today and picked up extra to throw in your box. I'm going to show him when I get off because I'm not going to let you know what it is, but it's pretty damn cool.
Don't you get off with me on the camera.
I'm going to get off with you, buddy. Anyway.
Make sure that you don't send it from the podcast. You have to send it person to person. I learned that between international shipping. Like, I have a fucking bill right here for $45 from the federal government.
For what?
This big-ass print. Well, you can't see it because it's a green screen, but this big-ass printer that was shipped to me from Beijing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they shipped it from a business to my business, so now I have to charge like another $45-50 to ICE for they had to check it.
Well, I'm just going to send it from me to her. No business whatsoever.
Right, and then they really don't give a shit.
So, anyway, everybody, that's it. We have bashed. This has been a Biden bashing episode.
Absolutely, because the son of a bitch deserved it.
He deserves every little piece of it. And remember whose fault it is.
Let's go, Brandon.
Right there. Blame Biden, because it's his fault. I need do you miss me yet? I don't know if did you see the roll of paper towels I got up top over there? What it says on it?
Yeah, Biden.
No. What does it say?
It says Biden, but I can't read the little.
It says the quicker fucker upper.
Biden.
So.
And then you wanna see if anybody knew where the.
They might know. I put a little Easter egg in it. Y'all can look. It's in here. He mentioned it, but there's a little Easter egg. I try to not. And it's not the rat. That's
Jersey.
That's our pet rat, Jersey, because she will rat you out in a heartbeat. But there's another little thing I'll be sticking in there all the time. But I know it's Saturday, and there is drinking to do.
Absolutely, we love every one of you.
Come back.
Stay safe. Never comply.
We're out. Stay free. Never give in.